Hey everyone, if you're tuning in today, I have Adam Randall here, CEO of East Roofing and Inspections Nova Scotia. And thank you, Adam, for coming on.
Thanks, Yukon and Cornelius. It's good to be here.
Thank you for mentioning Yukon. It's getting out and around.
And I'm impressed with the backstory to it. And I got a lot more respect for you after hearing that.
Well, my friend, I don't get cold often. So when I'm out there working, it could be minus 40 and I got a t-shirt on. So Yukon is fitting. I'll take it.
Yeah. I'm out in the elements too, man. It's tough, man. The hot days and the cold ones too.
All right, Adam. Well, thanks for coming on. You're getting my Montreal
Thanks
Cups.
for having me.
So let's talk. What do you got?
Style over here.
East Roofing. There we go.
It's the wife's cup.
Let's talk about your early life, Adam. Let's talk about where you grew up.
Well, I grew up in North Belleville, just not far from Echo Belleville. I attended that school right up to j'ai étudié au Belle École jusqu'à grade 8. And then I went to SAR and the SAR, and then we had the split there. And I went to Drummond Heights and graduated there. Yeah. So it was awesome childhood down in the area. Like up to the Altamar as a kid, and go up to the school. Great neighborhood.
I always remember you in the mix of things with some of the town kids. How did you cross from Belleville to hanging out with some of us into town?
Well, town is where the life was, right? So you get out and it was the mall, right? You could go to the mall, and back when you could be mall rats, and so I try to get out there on the weekends, and I had my cousins there. I visited them. You were familiar with Justin, a couple of people. But, yeah.
Well, it was good to have you. You were welcome to Dishon.
Right on. And I went to church I went to Brooklyn Church too, just up the road from where I'm at now. So I made a few friends. There. Travel the Hard Scratch Road every Sunday.
Oh, there you go. That's where Andrew and Justin Dowsett used to go.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's kind of sad to see it not be a church no more, but I think that's how she goes.
I can remember me and Andrew, we used to go there on Sundays, and there'd be some young kids under 5. They would sit down in the pews, and me and Andrew always sat up on the top there. When the kids would look at us, we'd go.
Oh yeah. I used to altar serve there, and Andrew would be like the whole time, right? You give you that look, and he's the Justin used to altar serve together, right?
The kids would be, Mom, and those guys just made faces, and when the mom would look, we'd be like. It was fun. Shout out to Andrew and Justin Dowsett.
Yeah.
So what do you do? What do you do for fun these days when you're not working? And everyone knows you work a lot.
Yeah, well, I work all the time, man. If it's just I change it up, right? So luckily I got all kinds of things to do. So if I get tired of roofing, I got a trailer to work on. Tired of working on trailer roofing, I work on little videos or networking. But I got so much roofing to do, right? So it's just a balance of it, and I try to keep all my work balanced. And then I got a home life now too, so yeah. gotta be home for supper and be there for Parker, be part of his life. So yeah, busy, busy. It's all work, it's working on the family, it's working on a trailer, working on estimates, and it's just trying to find the moderation of it. And yeah, it's all fun in its own moderation.
Oh,
it's all work too.
It's got to be hard to balance all that, my friend.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, last week, I was feeling the stress, and I took this week here kind of off. I've just been staying close to home and working the trailer. I feel, kind of re-energized, and I got a couple of big jobs coming up the next couple of weeks. Doing Joman's Gym, and there's Mel Loop up in Tagging. So going to be doing those. And I just finished up a big project in next to the lighthouse. So yeah, a few repairs in between, but this week here, the weather kind of slowed me down, and I get to have a little bit of relaxing work to do.
That's good to hear, buddy. So here's my question. Yeah. Do you still play guitar on your time off?
It's been, I still have guitars, and I don't play them too much. But it's probably been 4 months since I picked up the guitar. Played a little bit for Parker there one day. But man, I still know my basic chords, right?
That's good, because Adam Randall used to come over to my house and play guitar with me.
Yeah. That's right.
All right, I got to tell the story. We are going to break the internet on the story.
Oh, gosh.
It's the first time I met Adam Randall.
Oh, my.
So we're at the exhibition, 1998. Yeah, we're getting into it.
Oh, gosh. All right, I'm going to need some cake for this.
We had a mutual friend that said, you got to come meet my buddy Adam. You got to meet him. He's awesome. You're going to love him. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really like meeting people too much right now. Oh, no, you're going to love him. He's great. He's great. All right. Let's go. So she starts walking me, I think it was a Gravitron, and says, Adam, this is Chris. Chris, this is Adam. Hey, nice to meet you, Adam. Adam had a big tie-dyed shirt on, big foofy hair. And right off the bat, I was thinking, this dude's a hippie. He's got to be a hippie. The cut-off jean shorts. And I talked to you for about 2 hours. I remember walking away from that saying, my God, I just met the nicest guy on the planet.
Hey?
This guy
I remember him.
This guy is a gentleman in every sense of the word. I like this guy.
Awesome, Chris. You've always left a good impression with me. Like, you got this warmness to you also. But yeah, I remember that. I remember the Gravitron, and that's always stuck out. I didn't realize, what an impression the tie-dye and the jeans made, because you were well dressed, and was I the first hippie you met?
I think so. I met a couple after that, but I will say you were the most gentlemanly hippie I have met. You made a good impression on me. I was like, oh, this guy is awesome. There's not a bad bone in his body.
The feeling's mutual, Chris. You got it.
We couldn't proceed without the telling of that story.
Yeah, that was a little bromance right there. Never heard it. The exhibition was big, man. When I came to town, that was the greatest week of Yarmouth, I think, as a kid.
That's where everyone went, right? You could go there on your weekend, and you were going to see everybody.
Yeah, and meet new people.
That's right. Meet new people. I'm glad I did.
Yeah, me too.
So Adam, what led you into roofing?
Well, it was a temp agency. I was in Calgary, and I was working at Staples. I just got into Calgary, and they're like, yeah, you go there and you just find a job. And I was like, okay. So I was staying downtown Calgary with a couple friends and Grant McDonald and Dan Armstrong, and they got me going there. And they're like, see that building right there? You go there and you ask them for a job. Okay. So I went there, and it was a temp agency, right? And they got me working at Staples for a month. And then after that, they said, well, on Saturday, do you want to try roofing? I said, sure. They're like, hey, $16 an hour. And I was like, holy cow, I've never made that kind of money before. I went there with 4 other guys for the temp agency, and they had us ripping off this flat roof at the Calgary University. And yeah, at the end of the day, man, I was just, it was great just throwing all the garbage in, demolition, and kind of rocked it. 3 other guys, they were excited as me to be making that big $16 an hour. And at the end of the day, man, they were worn out, and I was the only guy who stuck with it. And yeah, and everything about roofing was just so much fun.
So I guess you kind of fell in love with roofing after your first day.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know. I did. I was like, these are my kind of people. They're a little rough around the edges, and but hard workers, and it was just so interesting because I had no idea. Like I'd see some sloped roofs and stuff like that, but I had no idea like how a flat roof went together. It was totally. I had no idea that was out there. That people doing this. And, yeah. So yeah, I stuck with that. It was my second temp job. The Staples box and putting stuff in boxes wasn't overly fulfilling, but the roofing was right. And in downtown Calgary, man, like I worked for called Skyline. I met a lot of awesome people there. Still friends with a lot of them, and I worked there for 4 years. And man, we got to do some awesome projects. And I brought some of my friends into roofing, and being downtown high rises in Calgary, it was the best.
So flash forward, you come home, and at some point the idea for East Roofing comes to your head. Were you surprised how quickly East Roofing took off?
Yeah, man. Like I started East Roofing in Halifax. I was kind of working at it and working on like building a web page, and this is supposed to be like a Halifax thing, but things didn't quite work out that way, and I ended up in Yarmouth. And I was into the flat roofs. I was like, oh, I didn't think that there was going to be a need here for it, but I was surprised that there was. But when I was working in Halifax, we get calls and we have to do flat roof repairs in Yarmouth. I never thought of there being that much of a market here. But I came in and I put everything I had into it, and like now I see whatever you put you're all into, it's going to pay out. But it was a need here, because the elements are hard, it's hard on the shingles. It's everybody's one of the reasons I stuck with roof is because everybody needs a roof, and something that's not going to go out of style, right? So as far as business goes, if you got something to offer that's basic needs like shelter and food, something that everyone's going to need, right?
Yeah, I mean, you've basically won awards for your roofing, haven't you?
Yeah. I got a little nod from the Chamber of Commerce with that. And yeah, the awards are kind of funny. It's like I could win all kinds because I get emails all the time. They're like, you know, you just got like nominated for this construction award, and then I can buy my own trophy, and so I could really load up on awards if I wanted to. I think it like in my whole philosophy, you know, with business and everything, you know, business is not a game that you win, right? You just stay in business, and that's what business is, right? So, you know, maybe I won an award, but you know, the big thing is staying in business. That's
Yes. Yeah. I was very happy myself to hear that you had won that award. And
yeah,
I was, I won't say surprised, but it was awesome to see you grow so quickly. It was a giant boom, and you fulfilled this need from trade shortage. And I just have to tell you, I'm proud of you, buddy. You did good.
yeah. Thanks, Chris, man. Because you know, I came into the Army and I seen some projects that need to be done, like the old courthouse. I'm like, man, that was coming up, but there ain't no way I can handle that, right? And you know, it's something like Sweetie's, you know, funeral home. It's like there's no way. I seen these roofs need to be done. And I thought it was out of reach, right? But you know, I was able to do a little bit here and there, and it grew, and I got support from other roofers and guys, and because of that, we worked together as a team, and we were able to do the unimaginable for Adam Randall, right? Even bigger than I could have got on my own, right?
So now you're doing, from what I hear, home inspections. So do you want to tell us a little about that and how it's been going so far?
Yeah, like I'm the home inspection has been part of my kind of end game, you know, from the beginning. I want to scale East roofing, and then you know do this tiny home project. Then you know after I was able to get to see you know, how homes are put together, you know I wasn't expecting to do it at the trailer park, but the trailer park's been such a great way to learn. You know, I'm lucky that you know, a gentleman named Randall Roberts, you know, he's been showing me, you know, what goes wrong in buildings. He's got some experience. So basically, right now, you know, I was only expecting to be where I'm at like 10 years from now, but I know I need to change and be here for my family and everything. So trying to cut back a little bit on the East roofing and building this new brand. So basically, what you get right now is you get you know, myself to inspect the roof and the exterior, and Randall Roberts is looking at the plumbing and the electrical, right? So we go in and we tag team this and take a whole bunch of pictures. You know, I call myself a home photographer, and you know, because like I can't explain it any better than taking a picture, and then you know. So you know, I take over 100 pictures, and we're putting together this office right now. You know, it's not together yet, but we're getting there. We just got to put the floors in and paint the walls. And, you know, a lot of work in here, so we can bring the customers back in, and I want to have a little projector and show them the pictures. And you know, I've been doing my SEO work online, building my page, making a presence that way. So you know, I'm really ahead of schedule. You know, I'm 5 years ahead of where I should be, but I plan to do this for the next 25 years. So I think I have a really awesome product right now, but it's only getting better.
So the big difference with you and anyone else is you can show photographic proof of what's wrong and how to fix it. Is that it?
Yeah, we give recommendations, right? We say, you know, like basically when you're looking at a home, everything has its life, right? You know, like you get some shingles, you know, you might have 25-year life on them, depending on. So we just try to identify each of your home's components and kind of give a bit of a lifespan of it, because you know if you're getting into a new home, you're gonna need to do maintenance on all your stuff eventually, right? It's not to last forever, and we just try to take a a little snapshot in time of where everything is, and see what you're getting into. Uh, and I try to explain things as best as I can, and I'm in this process of learning more and everything, and so it's really interesting. It's really very fulfilling job.
That's awesome. You can actually let actually let the customer know where they are in their time span, what needs to be done, and how to fix it. I mean, it really couldn't get any better for a homeowner who's buying or needs to uh, put money into their investment.
Yeah, it's a huge investment. It's the biggest investment of most people's lives, and you know, so for us to be able to go snapshot. And thing is, I I didn't want to go hard at it right away because I wasn't sure how to put a report together. So last year the last few months of the year, last quarter, I was looking at those things, and now I feel like my reports are better. And, I can. One of my biggest things is I didn't know how to send 100 photos to someone in Ontario. Contacts of you know what I mean? Like you can only send like 4 or 5, so I had to figure out how to use a Dropbox, and yeah. So, but now if someone calls up, and that's where I get about half of my customers are people who cannot see the home. So I don't want to be on the phone and try to explain it to them. And now that I can send them all these photos, it helps them out quite a bit.
So Adam, if people want you to do in your company to do their home inspection, how can they get a hold of you or reach you? There it is, folks.
Yeah, 648 roof. This is my dream number coming home.
648 roof.
Okay.
Everyone take a second and remember 648 roof.
No. Yeah.
This is going to be your guy if you need a home inspection. Believe that. I've seen his roofing work, and it's phenomenal.
I try not to answer the phone. The 648 roof. That's my personal number. There's 774 East, and you can make your bookings there, or send an email. A lot of times I'm up on the roof, and it's hard to answer.
That's right.
Easy number to remember, though.
That's right. So, Adam, you're a new father.
Yeah.
How is that adjustment going?
It's well, it's an adjustment, right? It's part of the reason I'm trying to settle down and not be on so many roofs, and come back. So like I was telling you in the pre-show, I'm fixing up this trailer pretty close to our place, and I want to be close to Parker. And they say that the first 3 years of their life, man, is the most important. So I got a lot to do, but I got to make time for Parker, and I gotta be there for Darylyn too, right? So I my first 4 years of business, man, I was totally my own guy. I'd go out there, I'd be able to look after 3 different jobs, go and check on them at night when guys are gone, and I was always zooming around, but so some people were asking, did I quit roofing or whatever, but right now, I'm just telling people I'm just sold out of roofs for right now because I already have a whole bunch to do, and I can't be going out and doing all these estimates if I'm not going to be able to. So I'm just trying to pace myself out a little bit more. So,
It is, I got to tell you, I got 2 kids. I got a son and a daughter. And the moment they're born, it's like you completely change. I remember, the labor, and my son came and the doctor gave him to me, and I was holding him, right? And I kind of took a deep breath, and I went, And then when I let it out, I went, and when I let the air out, I was a completely different person. It's, I can't even describe the feeling, really.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. I it's such an amazing event. Like like I seen Parker come out. Like he had his moment, had in. You know, I don't think they really believed that he was real. He's really, really having a baby. Is this really happening? And, we see him. He's like things got real. It's like it's such a beautiful thing.
Oh,
And I, I was climbing up this 40-foot ladder a little bit before Parker was coming, and I was like, usually I get climb right up and then hop on this keep, and I couldn't do it. I was like, I gotta go home. You know what I mean? I can't take this risk anymore. You know what I mean? So
it changes you. It makes you
yeah,
realize that, life is bigger than yourself. And
yeah,
it's still one of the greatest joys of my life to be a dad. And I'm sure you'd say the same.
oh for sure, yeah. The Parker's got this, like one thing I just, what I mean. I've heard a lot of people say like I do anything to make my kid happy. I understand that now.
Right. And before you do, you
I
don't
like to see
really
that smile.
understand. Right?
Yeah. Right.
Well, I guess, Adam, I just want to go into local organizations that you support, because a big part of the show is to kind of get the word out about, charitable organizations and good organizations for the community. So I just wanted to get your take on what you thought.
Yeah. Well, there's there's a lot going on. Uh, like there's the shift house is yeah, a really interesting spot. You know what I mean? Like they're you know they're there um, trying to help these kids out. Right? And support and structure. Right? I got all the respect for what they were doing out there, and like the aid and May, right? And you know, like really, like I'm so involved with what I'm doing right here, like at the park and with people's schools. There's, what I do ties into a lot of things, right? Like the huge problem with housing, right? I'm trying to get renovating, a couple of new additions to the park here, and doing what we can with housing, and then make sure the housing is good too, right? People don't, not everybody is comfortable with it. Problems.
I just want to say about your idea of the tiny homes. I want to say that is a great idea, because there's thousands upon thousands of people who are uh, deciding to live with less space, but to gain more in the long run. So I really think that's a bleh, revolutionary idea coming from you, and you should definitely keep that up.
Yeah, well, it's not my idea, but I know a good idea when I see it. Yeah, like for overconsumption is a big problem. When it comes to just waste in general all around, and a big part of my life right now is trying to identify waste in my companies, at the park, and all around, and try to figure out how I can reduce waste, because I've been like booming for 4 years, and just trying to like go out and get these jobs done, right? But I haven't really been focused on the waste. You know what I mean? You can not have to work so hard if take care of the waste, right? And man, I don't to dump a lot. You know what I mean? If it's tear offs from roofs, or if it's just old junk from trailers, and like I'm just like, look at all this stuff. I tell you one thing, man. that kind of scares me is I was thinking back when I was a kid in Yarmouth, and you know what Yarmouth used to smell like? It used to smell like shit. Like it smelled manure. You know what I mean? And people were planting and they were doing their own gardens and stuff. You know what I mean? Like we had more of a milk industry here and all the stuff. And then all of a sudden, you know, like Walmart comes around and people are more dependent on, you know, getting their food from the grocery store and all this and taking it away from, you know what I mean? So, you know, I got myself a tractor and I want to be out there and I gotta figure out how to grow my own food. That's another big thing, right? And then just focusing on the basic, you know, there's that hierarchy of needs. Right at the bottom, there's like food and then there's shelter. You know what I mean? And I try to have my business just basic, man, and focus back on that. So, you know what I mean? If you know, if these guys, if the industry is taking, you know, total control of our food and no one's making it anymore, man, it scares me, man. It scares me.
That's right.
What was the question again? Was that hippie enough for you, Chris? Man, I gotta get my tie-dye shirt out, man. I'm corporate now.
I'm telling you, bro, when it comes to growing your own food, I can help you with that. Yeah. I've definitely gotten back to basics for sure.
Oh, awesome.
And I think
a lot of people are open.
Is that a Hakuna Matata ice cream you're eating there?
Oh yeah, man. Hey, I just about finishing it off. That little 6-inch cake.
That is getting great reviews.
Yeah, Pam's amazing, man. She knows what's up. I don't know nothing about ice cream cakes except I like them. Like, I used to wait for my birthday, man. It's all about the cake, man.
Right. Facebook is littered with masterpieces from a Hakuna Matata ice cream. Look at that. There's a Moon Mist one going around that everyone's really liking.
Yeah.
It's just down the road from my parents' house, man. So I'm gonna have to stop in.
Yeah, and it's available at Dayton Red and White and Dayton South and yes, so in South Ohio.
All right, my friend. Well, I want to thank you, Adam, for coming on the show, and I hope we get you again. You know, in the next couple months. It's been great talking to you.
You too, Yukon. Looking forward to hearing from you again.
I will make sure we hear from each other again, for sure. All right, Adam, good luck on your ventures. You're doing great. You're doing good work. And we will talk to you soon.
Right back at you. I love the local celebrity. I think it's, you know, back in the music and everything, I always thought that people should be able to entertain themselves, right? And for you to, you know, bring this up, you know, we don't have to listen to all these people on the news. We got our own stuff. And I super respect what you're doing.
Thank you very much, Adam. I hope that local celebrity gets bigger than we could have ever imagined. But with people like you, it shouldn't be too hard. All right, brother. We'll see you soon.
All right.
Bye for now.